In this video, we'll talk about functions. First of all, let's talk about a relation. A relation is to map the element in one set to the element of another set. So say we have two sets. In the first set, we have element A, B, and C. And in the second set, we have the elements of 1, 2, and 3. And we map A to 1, B to 2, C to 3, and this defines a relation. A, B, and C are inputs, and 1, 2, 3 are the corresponding outputs. So when the input is A, the output is 1, right? So this is 1 point or a one-ordered pair in this relation. When the input is B, the output is 2. When the input is C, the output is 3. And we can use this set to define this relation. And the set of all the inputs, we call it the domain. And the set of all the outputs, we call it the range. So for this relation, the domain is the set with A, B, C, these three elements. And the range is the set with 1, 2, 3, those three elements. Then how do we know if a relation is a function? If for a relation, for each input, there's exact one output, we call that relation a function. So take this first example. For example, for each input, there's exact one output, right? So this is a function. So here we have two more relations. We want to decide if each one of them is a function. So let's look at the second. Look at this one. Okay, so look at this one. Does it define a function? Well, we want to see for each input if there's exact one output. So for the input of 1, there's one output, which is 3. For the input of 2, there's only one output, which is 3. So yes, this is a function. How about for the last relation? Well, let's check the definition. For the input of 1 is mapped to 2. But the input of 1 is also mapped to 3. So this one input is mapped to 2 outputs. This is not a relation, not a function. To decide if a graph defines a function, we still want to look at if for each input is mapped to exactly one output. And that is exactly how a vertical line test works. A vertical line test is to test if a graph is a function. So this is how you do it. You will run a vertical line through the graph from left to right or from right to left. Say I have a vertical line over here. I'm going to run this vertical line through the graph. And if at anywhere this vertical line is intersecting the graph for more than one point, then that graph does not represent a function. But if the vertical line is intercepting the graph for at most one point anywhere, then it is a function. So you can see over here that the line is intersecting exactly one point everywhere in this graph. So that means, yes, this graph represents a function. Okay, so let's do the vertical line test for graph B. So again, we have this vertical line. Let's run through the graph of B. You can see at anywhere in the graph, the vertical line is intercepting the graph for at most 1 point. So yes, it is also a function. And let's check for graph C. Again, I'm getting my vertical line. And you can see the vertical line is, well, let's just say, take here for example, this vertical line is intersecting the graph for 2 points. And that makes it not a function, because it did not pass the vertical line test. And this is the end of this video. See you in the next one.